Alrighty, good evening. Welcome everybody. Howdy to an overnight stream. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a real interesting weekend at work. Hi, welcome. Yeah, we're gonna do some Elite Dangerous today. Yeah. So yeah, I was just kind of deciding what sounded good in terms of just, I don't know, we're just gonna chill. I am currently in the process of unlocking a lot of permits that I have never unlocked before, so that's kind of what we're doing. And yeah, we're just kind of floating around the galaxy. Nothing really super fancy or anything like that. Yeah, probably have to do submissions and that kind of thing. But yeah, it's a chill night. it's a chill night like normal. So yeah. Outside of that, it's a where even am I? Hanpulan. That's where I am. That's a name. Yeah, aside from that, this has also been a game that's had quite a few the big things happening lately. So, I thought we'd catch up a little bit, see what all is going on with the news, and yeah, just kind of enjoy some time getting ready for next week. We will be streaming quite a bit of this next week as Power Play 2.0 comes out, in addition to a few other things that I'll get into here in a moment. But yeah, Power Play 2.0 is officially coming out on the 29th. I am expecting an extended maintenance that will probably be extended further once I actually get into it. But yeah, for those of you guys that have been wanting to, hop into the game and check out the new stuff, there you go. That's there's your date, next Tuesday. So keep an eye out. Yeah, we'll be going over that. A few small things just regarding the channel over the next week or so. Time-wise, we got all the time in the world. I'm not super concerned about that. I posted on Blue Sky. Drink my water. Yeah, I posted on Blue Sky that we're going to round out FF8. I did a little bit of think about it, but I think what really did it is I was looking through my VODs, trying to find a couple of things, and I realized that we've been on FF8 for 10 months now. 10 months. And I think as much as I wanted to beat every FF like mainline game during our playthroughs, I'm just not having a good time with 8. So I'm just going to admit defeat. We are going to just go ahead and call it. Maybe another day far in the future, we'll give it another go. But yeah, FF8 is officially done. We are going to move to FF9. With big projects like this, I really want to get them done because they are supposed to be kind of special, right? Like playing through every mainline FF. I mean, that's kind of a big deal. It's a big franchise. It's been around a long time. A lot of influence in the gaming sphere. But at the same time, like content-wise, I think there was very much a big difference when someone is kind of molding on stream, and it's kind of funny, like watching people rage and that kind of thing, versus someone who is genuinely just not having a good time. And I think we were, like, most of our streams the past few times in FF8 have definitely been leaning more towards the second. And yeah, that's just not fun for anybody. Like, it's not fun to play, and it's not fun for you guys, the viewers. And you guys deserve fun streams. You deserve to be entertained, not listening to someone complaining the entire time, right? So yeah, after thinking on it for a night or two, we're just gonna go ahead and call FF8. But we're not gonna finish it. We got to disc 3. That is really all that I needed to see of it. I'd much rather get into FF9 and potentially have more fun playing the franchise again. FF8 is just not fun for me. So yeah, that's like the big thing. As a big ongoing project, I feel like of any of the streams that I do that you guys deserve updates, I think the complete FF playthrough is probably it. I don't know when next week we're gonna hop in FF9. you know, I gotta do a little bit more with the background, change some stuff up, and you know, start looking at rearranging some things on the screen now that we're starting to enter like the HD era. So you're not looking at a tiny little box the whole time. So yeah, it'll take me a little bit of time to clean up some of the assets that we've been using. But yeah, we're gonna move into FF9. And so if we're not doing Power Play 2.0, look forward to that. Yeah. In terms of FF14, not a whole lot going on there until 7.1 drops. We did, in fact, have... Okay, look, someone's interdicting a Python Mark II. This is really going to go well for them, huh? All right, what do you got? Where are you? Hey, how you doing there? Sinbad regime. Yeah, this isn't going to be a problem. All right, let's get them out of the way here. I am not terribly concerned about them or their buddy. Here we go. All right, come on. Come on. Get over here. There's one down. How about the other one? What are you up to? How you doing? Well, you know, you need to pick better friends. Really what it comes down to, huh? All right, right now we're trying to get to the Dukes of Jotun, I think is the one we're working on right now. I have not started them yet. And we'll kind of lead into all of that here in a second. Yeah, you know, in terms of FF14, I did notice that they... Okay, easy enough. They turned off the automatic housing demolition, so that explains why I have not seen anything the past couple weeks popping up on Balmung. So yeah, that, you know, I don't really have a whole lot to do if I'm not doing housing related stuff right now. So, you know, we might still hop in there, do a little bit of like money making and that kind of thing. But yeah, that explains it. I mean, it's a good thing that they did. Like, I'm not complaining that they turned off automatic housing because they did it because of the hurricanes. They're very, very good about that. I actually appreciate that they do that. But, you know, unfortunately, it means there's just really not a whole lot for me to do until I get an FC house. So yeah, I'm just kind of giving a heads up on that. And then of course we still have a little bit of like Shenmue. I don't know if I will play any more Bloodlines. We might do one more stream before Halloween, but that apparently has some music in it that I got to figure out. And that gets tapped by the old crawlers. So yeah, there's a few things to kind of look forward to. But yeah, the big thing is this. You know, the Last Titan has gone down, Titan Raijin. I've been waiting patiently for my rewards, my decal, and my Anaconda skin. Since this is, I think, the 4th one that I've taken down. So I should be getting the Anaconda. But they have not gone out yet. So if you are waiting for your rewards, give it a little bit of time. You know, they might be a day or two behind with Power Play and all of that kind of being worked on at the moment. And then, yeah, some other big hints in terms of things that are going on, right? You know, Power Play 2.0 is going to be a very big change. There have been quite a few people over in the partner program that have been showing off the test server, the new Mandalay, all of that good stuff. And yeah, it looks really good. There are a couple of lists going around in terms of like all the powers, what they give, how much rank you need, all that. In addition to how the powers affect different systems, what actions affect power play. So yeah, you can find them if you look around a little bit. But yeah, you know, I'm really excited. But yeah, they put out the Galnet article today that Seo Jine woke up and put out a big warning, so we're kind of curious what's going on with that. So that's kind of what spurred on all of this permit unlocking things, is I haven't really looked at all of the major systems that were really involved in the Thargoid War, or really any of the big companies or anything like that. So I've been on like a big lore deep dive. You know, I went to HIP 22460 the other night, which is where it kind of all began. I think it's 22460. They all kind of blend together, right? And yeah, it was very cool. That's where the thumbnail for this screen came from. But yeah, it's just basically a giant ship graveyard. You get Thargoids still flying around there every now and then if you linger in one space too long, and you know, you can fly around checking out all the wreckage and everything. But yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of curious. I mean, it's very obvious that they've got something planned for the last Titan going out, Kasijo. However you sell it, however you say it. You know, there have been hints that there could be something going on in Colonia with them. You know, they had that dev screenshot not long ago that had Colonia listed as the location in the UI. You know, you can kind of chalk that up to maybe just being devs testing things because it looks better in a screenshot. That's fair. But then recently on Reddit, someone found a crashed ship that had the same SOS signal regarding the Thargoids that was found in the bubble way back in the day, right? And that's really interesting. You know, you can find Thargoid sensors and Guardian sites and stuff pretty much everywhere in the galaxy, but I don't think anyone's ever found a crashed ship that far out, especially with an SOS signal like that. So yeah, now people are kind of curious. You know, it could be anything. It could be, you know, they're moving everything out there so that it's still in the game, but it's away enough that it's not interrupting the bubble. You know, it could just be a CG. It could be nothing. You know, it could be that they're gonna do something else here in the bubble with another CG, or Kasijo moves around to another system or something like that. I mean, no one really knows. It's just kind of all speculation right now. But the Colonia hints have been really interesting. So yeah, I've been kind of looking at that, and then watching the mold happen in real time in Discord. I was speculating and saying all of this stuff in our Discord the other day, and of course the usual crew shows up like, the longer you play, the more you understand FDev will never deliver on anything like that. It's like, what? Like, is okay. Like, I will decide what I am disappointed with, right? Like, I determine my own happiness with the game. So yeah, you know, I finally just put them on block because it was about time. I got better things to do than deal with someone who's just constantly pessimistic like that all the time. And it's always like the same one or two people. Everyone else tends to be pretty chill and listens to me rambling a little bit. But yeah, speculation is not hype, guys. Like, I'm not setting myself up for disappointment. I'm just kind of like reading the tea leaves and enjoying the lore. Like, it's very different from like being hyped about 7.1 or a new expansion or something like that. Come on. But yeah, you know, one of the other things that has kind of been maybe rumored is maybe like Thargoid foot war kind of stuff going on, which would be kind of interesting. I don't know how that would go, but yeah, you know, it would kind of make sense with everything going on with Seo Jine and all the stuff that she's dealing with right now. You know, they're hinting that they could control humans like drones, and they understand what humanity is like now and all this other stuff. It'd be pretty easy for them to implement. I mean, you don't even necessarily need new models for it. As cool as it would be, you know, full-on Battlestar Galactica or whatever, Starship Troopers. You know, I don't think that would be the case. I mean, maybe. Who knows what they've been working on for the 10th anniversary, but, you know, really, if they're doing the drone thing, they can just use the human models they already do, slap a Thargoid faction tag on it, and ta-da, you've got a new faction. Hooray! I'm a little hesitant to agree with all of that, just because they have said that it would be a new feature and not like a rework of one they've already got. Give me just a moment here. There we go. Turning my fan oscillator on. But yeah, you know, who knows? What's up, Tom? But who knows? You know, I'm just having fun, just kind of speculating and enjoying the lore. Like, if anything is giving me an excuse to go check out some of these places that I've never really been before. Like, it was really fun going to HIP and seeing seeing, you know, the bright sentinel crashed above the planet and all this other stuff. It's very creepy. It's a very, very good, like, a bit of space horror, right? And then you got the Thargoids coming in, and you know, I'm sitting here in my Mark II. Oh, yeah, guys, have fun. But yeah, you know, so now I'm just kind of checking out the other stuff, seeing what other things might or might not be related to what all is happening in the story. And, you know, maybe try and find some other hints here and there. Yeah, I've been having fun. But then, you know, I've also got all of this other stuff that I've never unlocked. Whether it's, you know, permits or, you know, certain gear or anything like that. So I'm just kind of having fun, just, you know, checking some of this stuff out. You know, I figured the Dukes of Jotun might be decent, just because I have seen that in terms of power play, like, rare goods are kind of important. Like, that's one of the ways that you're going to be able to, like, rank things up, is selling rare goods. And right now I don't have Jotun unlocked. And apparently I don't even know if it's really going to matter all that much. I guess I can go out and kill some of these guys. Like, it's not like I'm super scared sitting in this thing. How many do I need, though? 40? Yeah, that sounds like a job for the old disco brick. We'll deal with that later. Let's do these courier jobs. But yeah, you know, I guess the system that gives their rare good, like, they have to be in charge of this system. And I guess that hasn't happened in quite some time. So, you know, who knows? But I figured I would go ahead and get an early start on it. You know, there might be a renewed interest on all that once Power Play 2.0, you know, comes out. And, you know, people are starting to take an interest in some of these kind of long forgotten systems every now and then. You know, now that rare goods actually has a purpose other than unlocking engineers, right? So yeah, you know, we'll just have to see how it plays out. But I figure unlocking content is never a bad thing. It's not like I lose it once it's unlocked, right? If I decide never to do anything with it again, well, that's fine too. You know, in terms of what we're doing, you know, I think a lot of the squad is just kind of curious how things are going to shake out. We're just kind of curious how BGS is going to be affected, how, you know, randos entering our space is going to be affected, whether or not we need to pledge to a certain entity or not. We're generally pretty lax. For being as long and storied as we are, we don't generally, like, force our players to, like, do anything specific. Like, I'm probably going to be pledged to Ashling. And depending on what's going on, they might ask me, like, hey, just, you know, don't do something in this system while we work on it. And I'll be like, okay, I'll go do something in another system. But for the most part, we're very chill like that. We don't really force anything. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. Just looking at a lot of the power play stuff, I didn't really see anything, like, it's going to affect BGS all that much. There are a couple things like trade, you know, some bounty options, that kind of thing. But for the most part, it seems like it actually is pretty untethered from a lot of what's going on. But, you know, you never know when puppies start moving into your space and that things start happening, you know, influence wanes and waxes, and you gotta go and do cleanup. It's what we've been doing the past couple of nights in a couple of our systems. So we'll just roll with it. One thing that we did find that I thought was really interesting is, I guess, even being unpledged has the potential for power play security to fire on you. Like, I guess there are a couple of powers that will still attack unpledged players. Like, it's not all of them. I really doubt Ashling is going to be attacking, like, unpledged heroes, right? But there are a couple. So it just seems like no matter what, you have to take part in it. Which, I'll be honest, like, that kind of rubs me the wrong way, right? That to me is not the way to go about it. Like, I'm already mad enough that power play security and all of that is a thing again. So, you know, the fact that even unpledged players might have to deal with it, like, no matter what you do, it just feels like you're locked away from being in certain parts of the bubble unless you just want a lot of nuisance to deal with. Because again, it's not like any of this stuff is really super scary to me. Not with you know, the gear and the ships that I've got. It's just an annoyance. Like, I don't want to have to go onto the Inara trade route list and notice that, like, oh, you know, the big boom system for this weekend, sorry, that's in a system that's hostile against you, so, you know, have fun being shot at while you try hauling this bauxite around, right? Like, I don't know why they brought that back. It's really the only thing that really just kind of genuinely pisses me off about Power Play 2.0. Everything else looks really great. Like, I'm looking through some of this stuff that you can do to increase your Power Play merits, and like, some of it's content I've never done, but I'm kind of interested in doing. Right? Like, I've never done a settlement reboot mission. Like, I don't really care about the foot war stuff at all. But you know what? I might do it now because it seems like it might be fun, and it might actually have a purpose now. Right? Like, a lot of this stuff, there are things that, you know, aside from just not having an interest in, for the most part, they just didn't pay anything. Like, there was really no reason for me to do it. Like, what does a settlement reboot give me? Like, what? 200,000 credits or something? Like, come on. Like, you gotta do a little more than that. Materials? Like, I'll just go run Robigo runs and get paid like 50k a pop for that. Or 50 million a pop for that. Like, there was really no point to doing a lot of it. But now that Power Play is involved and merits are involved, like, okay, some of this stuff has a point that isn't necessarily tied to your credit gain, right? Like, there's other things that I can get from it that I actually am interested in. So yeah, that's kind of nice. Like, it does seem like they kind of realize, like, for a lot of players, money is not an issue. You know, you need money. I just go out and scan a couple plants and I'm ready to go, right? So they found a way to, like, work rewards and stuff into it, in like a post-credit economy, I guess you could say. I'm curious what the rank rewards are going to be. I don't know if any of the other streamers have really looked at it to see, like, what like the top 10, top 25% players. Like, it's going to work kind of like the CGs do. You know, if you score so highly, you get bonus rewards. I know they teased, like, arcs and stuff. It was a very small amount, but it'll be interesting to see if that holds up in what the people who are really into it get as a nice little bonus. Because yeah, that you know, inspire some other people to take part too. But yeah, you know, we will find out on Tuesday. You know, it's all kind of a blur. We've been doing a lot of guesstimating and a lot of, like, speculation in terms of BGS stuff in our Discord. But to be honest, I mean, like, none of us really know how it's gonna work. In terms of what we normally do with BGS, it doesn't seem like a whole lot is going to change. But, you know, with a lot more players possibly coming back and a lot more people entering our space, then, you know, things happen. So yeah, we're kind of curious. We'll just wait and see. Either way, we'll be continuing the trend of spreading anarchy throughout the world, throughout the bubble. Well, not me. I'll be pledged to Ashling, but you know, our faction will spread, number go up as best as we can. All right. Yeah, there were a couple really interesting ones outside of Ashling too. Like Lin. He had some really good stuff. He's like one of the exploration ones. There was another one that gives a really big bonus to exobiology. The problem is, like, a lot of that stuff is, like, it's very, very specific to... Are Dukes of Jotun here? Can I pick up, like, an extra? Like, that's fine. It's just rep. This shouldn't take as long as, like, Federation grinding did. The structural, where? No. All right, well, I guess we're good to go. Cool. Ooh, space trucking. I am space trucking. I do enjoy some space trucking. Yeah, we're talking space trucking and the big update on Tuesday. So that should be fun. It'll be interesting. I'm curious. Here we go. But yeah, you know, I don't know how it's all gonna go. But yeah, you know, one of the big things with it is that It looks like a lot of the bonuses do require, and really not just bonuses, but really anything involving like gaining merits or extra money or something. It does look like a lot of it requires going back to your pledged space, which is interesting. So it, like, if you're worried about BGS stuff, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue, because so much of it requires going back and forth or bringing items back or turning in at certain locations. You know, there are a couple of things like trade that that can affect power play in a certain system. So if you're doing like trade as part of your BGS stuff, like, yeah, that might affect like some of the minor factions in the system. But aside from like trade or bounties, most of it seemed kind of specific. Like, it really shouldn't hurt you all that much if you're trying to push a certain like PMF or something like that, like a player made faction. So, which is targets that they haven't talked about yet. I talked about that a little bit earlier in the stream with all the hints and stuff going on. Like, I'm really curious about it. Like, they've dropped hints. There could be something in Colonia. They dropped hints, you know, obviously Casijo is going to do something pretty big here pretty soon. We don't really know. I mean, it could be, you know, just another CG or something small. Or it could be something big, you know, more Thargoid Foot War. We really don't know. But yeah, I was talking about how some players in my Discord get really upset when you start speculating, because you dare be positive and excited about what the game might be bringing. It's such a weird community. It really is. No. This oscillator, it's like, it's right at that temperature where, like, if I turn this thing off, it's too cold, but if I turn it on, it's too hot. There's like not a good medium. I need a nice comfy sweater. What I really need. But yeah, you know, I'm excited about it. I've been doing some exploration out and about, checking out some of the big lore systems. But yeah, you know, the thumbnail came from HIP 22640 or whatever it is, that where the Proteus wave was released, and that was really cool and really creepy, very creepy. But it was a lot of fun. It was worth the hike out there. And yeah, I'm just kind of checking out some other stuff. Honestly disappointed by on foot stuff. Yeah, you know, people have wanted ship interiors for a while. I wouldn't say no. People have been thinking maybe Thargoid Foot War with everything going on. But, you know, we'll find that out probably what the 30th? Whatever that last Wednesday is, whenever they do that Frontier Unlocked. Supposedly we'll have the tease for what the big new feature is that they have not said anything about. But yeah, we'll see. You know, I see a lot of stuff. Ship interior, space building, or, you know, landable Earth likes. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about a lot of that. More just for, like, not story related stuff, but just FDev. Like, they're not a huge gaming, like, they're not Activision Blizzard here, so like, you gotta, I'm trying to keep things reasonable in terms of what they could actually get done with their time and budget. Like, I would like, you know, a little bit more involving atmospheric planets, like the low atmosphere planets that we land on for ExoBio. You know, just some new skyboxes, and they tease that the Mandalay might have like a better handling for approaches and that kind of thing. So that might be kind of interesting if they, you know, change up some of the stuff that they already have. You know, just update some of the physics and stuff. It's like they already have like wind effects in the game. That's what the Super Cruise is, right? You know, the little wobble when you're trying to control it. Like, that's basically a wind effect. So it's like, you know, they could just change some stuff around with the modifiers on that, and, you know, you got a new approach whenever you go land in for ExoBio. Yeah. 0 point, what are you going to do? Absolutely nothing. Yeah, but yeah, and it's one of those things. It's like I wouldn't say no to most of that stuff. I just don't think that they could reasonably get it done with the budget and the time that they have. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, they surprised, I think, a lot of people with the SCO. I mean, it seems like a small thing, but it's been kind of game changing. So, you know, we'll just have to wait and see. But I mean, I would like to walk around my ship just as an explorer. You know, when the Mandalay comes out, I'm already planning a huge trip out into the black. So like, yeah, being able to like walk around and see things from the interior of the ship might be kind of cool. Kind of like when you go to, you know, the pilot's lounge on my carrier and see things out the window. I like that. That would be kind of nice. But, you know, I think there's other things that they could be focusing on too. Base building, you know, it's one of those things that's like, it would be kind of cool, but I genuinely don't think it would work. Because, I mean, we already see how much trouble they have just moving fleet carriers around every now and then, right? Like, it actually adds a point to your map. Now, try and do that with, like, a bunch of bases, like a billion player bases everywhere. Like, I don't see it happening. I mean, I guess they can, like, instance it, but like, this game just really does not seem like instancing would really work like that, right? So, yeah. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm leaning more towards, you know, just some glossy updates. Just some glossy updates to, you know, things that are already in the game. And just, you know, maybe some new particle effects. I would like some new particle effects when I'm out there in the black. That'd be really nice. Be really nice if black holes actually interacted with other things around it, right? But yeah, I feel like in terms of like space sims, everyone's got like such a good niche right now. It's like if I want base building, I'll just go do No Man's Sky, and they do it really well. Same with the on-foot stuff. But you know, if I want the space trucking and like the immersive aspect of flying in space, like Elite's kind of the top. So you know, I feel like everyone's kind of in a good position to just kind of round out their niche as best as possible. And I don't know how much they want to really step on each other's toes like that. You know, 10th anniversary, things can happen. You never really know. Man, these dukes and their little fuzzy creatures that I'm trying to unlock. Yeah, hey, be cool with Miyoko. She's like one of my followers on Blue Sky. Like, don't make me start knocking people around. But yeah, we'll just have to wait. You know, with the new content stuff, I mean, it could be a while anyways. Yeah, that's what we're working on. There's nothing but permits. But yeah, you know, the earliest that I think anything would probably happen, I think they did the calculations on the old brown sea, right? But if all of the new feature stuff is tied to Casijo and like any new Thargoid content, like the earliest that it would go vulnerable is like December 12th or something like that. So like we might be waiting a while. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah. You never really know. They could pull, you know, if it's just a CG or something like that. You know, instead of just attacking Shin, maybe they attack like all the capitals or something like that. You know, they can kind of throw a CG up whenever they want. But if it's anything bigger than that, you know, I think it'll be closer to the actual 10th anniversary in December. So, yeah, we'll find out. You know, not much of a longer wait. I just hope, you know, in addition to the new tease with the new feature, maybe they tease the next and final ship. I think a lot are kind of curious what the final ship is going to be. Like I still want a Gudamaya medium. Please. I love the Gudamaya ship so much. But you know, I wouldn't say no to South Kruger getting another ship. They are being kind of left behind a little bit. So, you know, having a new passenger ship seems like it's not necessarily the worst idea for the two of us that do that kind of content, right? Where are you, Fung Hub? All right, back we go. Too much combat, yeah. It was a good time, and I think it brought a lot of people back. You know, I enjoyed it. I'd never really done actual Thargoid shooting before, so like most of the time I've done Thargoid War stuff has been like alert systems and doing evacs. So like I'd never really fought anything. But yeah, I had a really, really fun time with it. Hmm. But yeah, you know, the rewards were good. It was a good experience, you know, seeing other players out and about and fighting some flowers with them, learning a little bit about all of that. So yeah, you know, I'm not opposed to some more CGs. But it does sound like whatever they want to do is maybe a little bit bigger in scope. Like, this is like the end of a storyline, I guess. As much as FF can make something big, right? So we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, I am curious. Yeah, I did have a lot of fun. I did not have as much fun afterwards, after we cleared it out, and I had to wait for Laurie Jameson to come back. That took another week. I was like, yeah, this is a perfect time to start rounding out some engineering that I've been putting off, and then oh nope, she's not here. Just gonna sit in this base for a couple of days and go play something else for a while. Kind of miss the panther. Yeah, if you stand in a field on a quiet night, you can hear the word panther clipper whisper to you in the wind. Yeah, there's like that whole time period, I guess there was just a lot of stuff going on with the game. Like 2017 is like when they started like changing up the dev team and like letting some people go, I guess, and I guess that's when Brabin left, and yeah, it was just a very weird time, I guess. But like it's also kind of weird that like so many people hold a grudge against FDev, which it just doesn't make any sense to me, because from what I can tell, like most of the team is like completely different from back in the days of the Dangerous games, right? Like it's barely even the same group of people at this point. So, you know, you gotta kind of keep that in mind. Like they might have some new ideas and new approaches, and that's never really a bad thing, I don't think. And so, yeah, I'm excited though. But you know, until all of that happens, I've got plenty of stuff to worry about. I've got plenty of things to do. And yeah, even if I'm not unlocking permits, like this is just kind of a little side thing, but I've got some BGS stuff that we can go down and do too. So yeah, I gotta help our space a little bit. Got some CZs and stuff. So you know, there's always that. We've always got something going on. We've always got something growing. So you know, I'm never lacking anything to do. The only thing that really stops me from playing is like if something else comes out that I really want to mess around with. So you know, when FF14 hits 7.1, you know, we'll be going back to that for a little bit, and then be coming back to this. Yeah, you know, back and forth. Got like 50 different games that I've got going on right now. But you know what? It's all for you guys. It's all for the content, right? We change it up every now and then. Race the grind, yeah. Yeah, like it's fun. It's fun. I mean, that's the big thing is like it's so weird when people look down on others for enjoying the game, which is something that I feel like I do see from certain sectors here. And it's just so odd to me. Like, I don't know, I'm having fun primarily as an explorer. As much time as I've spent in the bubble doing these streams lately, I mean, don't forget, my primary activity is going deep out in space and trying to find my own collection of wonders, right? And it's like, if I'm having fun scanning all of this other stuff, like, it's gonna be pretty hard to disappoint me. Like, okay, so maybe the Thargoids don't end up in Colonia like the hint said. That's fine. Is something else going on? Because if it is, then hey, that's new. That's exciting. It's different content, right? It's something else to look forward to. So yeah, you know, like I said, don't let anyone like tell you in this community. You got to be kind of careful with it. Don't let anyone else tell you how to have fun. Like you will run into a few people who look down on others for having fun or speaking positively about the game. Like, you determine what you were disappointed with. If you are having fun, there's so much to do in this game and so many different ways to play. Like, just, you know, make your own fun, right? Yeah. And so that's what I'm going to continue to do. while disposing of enemy factions in our territory. Never, it can't ever stop that rep grind. Let's see. Anything else? Come on, Dukes. Come on, Dukes. I'm only cordial. Oh, this is gonna take forever. It'd be nice if they gave me just some money missions, so I can just toss a few million at them and be done with it. I mean, I guess I can do one of these. I don't know. Purple Mob Faction Pirates. Does Daphnarian have any Haz-Res sites? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. That might make it real easy. Daphnarian. If I can spell it. I might break out the old disco brick. I might do it. What's the makeup here? Bodies. Rings, any rings? Damn, no rings. That's rough. That's real rough. It might not be the best thing to stream, I'll be honest. It's as much as I love. Hey, what's up, Robo? Having fun, just unlocking some permits. Trying to debate whether or not to bring out my old disco brick. The old AFK type 10. Kill some of these factions and try and increase rep. So we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. I don't think there's really a whole lot else going on. Ooh, this one I might be able to do. Here we go. From Daphnarian Purple Mob Faction. Threat level 8. Probably has some buddies with him. That's cool. Guess I can always bring out the Ozark. If I really just want to laugh at him. Yeah, right on. You're having a good... It's almost the weekend. It is, at least here, officially Friday. You've made it through another week, so that's always a good thing. Let's see. Problem is I don't have like the best of shields on this thing. It is the one weak point, and I've been so used to flying the Ozark around, my big old Corvette, that I gotta kind of get back into the old twitchy mindset. All right, we'll try this one. I'm just curious. I'm wondering how this is gonna go. It's been so long since I've done a pirate assassination. I gotta remember how to do all this. Most of the time, it's just been all CG or all CZs all day. Let's go. I did go ahead, finally, even though Power Play 2.0 is coming out, I did go ahead and unlock my Prismos this week, just in case. Like, I am very excited about Power Play 2.0, but it's nice to have them just in case, so I don't have to unlock them again. You know, strange things can happen, and maybe I just absolutely hate the way 2.0 works or something like that. You never really know until it's actually out. So yeah, I did unlock Prismos. I put them on the old Ozark. You know, I see a lot of guys like, bi-weaves are better for PvE and all this stuff. I don't know. I just decided to try them out because I realized that most of the time I'm in the Ozark, it's very rare for my shields to go down anyways. Like, it takes a lot. It takes basically doing a high CZ with all of the elites immediately, like, slamming me with spec ops out of nowhere to take my shields down. So I was like, you know what? I'm never really having to worry about that part anyways. Let's just go ahead and slap some Prismos on there and have some fun. So yeah, it's been good. I actually feel like it, for whatever reason, it actually feels like it handles a little bit better with Prismos despite the extra weight. Probably because I took out the shield cell banks since I don't need them anymore. But yeah, I've been having fun with it. I see no reason to change back, but you know, it's not like I sold the old stuff if I decide to. So yeah, I would recommend, if you are planning on doing any of that stuff, you know, if you have been pledged and you've got enough merits to like go get some modules, go ahead and do that now, and just make sure that you have them. Because, you know, first of all, everyone is going to be unpledged once 2.0 opens. But yeah, you just don't know if it's going to work out the way that you want. So yeah, if you have the ability to go ahead and unlock, you know, a few things, I would probably just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and get it out of the way. That way you've got them, you know, get your prismos, get your pacifiers, whatever it happens to be, right? And yeah, just make sure that you've got it in the bank just in case. And then yeah, then you can worry about unlocking all of the other extra stuff that you don't have, and kind of go from there. All right, I'm not seeing a whole lot here. I'm guessing it's going to be around one of the planets, but let's see here. No, not really. Maybe I'll just get lucky and he interdicts me. That'd be really nice. That'd be real nice, wouldn't it? Oh. Oh, hello. How are you doing? Hello, my friend. Nice to meet you. All right. Just when in doubt, just ram it. Oh, he's in a Corvette. Ooh, scary. Oh no, whatever will I do? Oh, he's got the old chaff. All right. Honestly, this thing's nimble enough. I probably don't need to keep. I've been trying to get better about the flight assist stuff. And just learning how to like take my turns and stuff with it off. But man, like honestly, this thing is just, it's so nimble. There we go. Oh no, my shields are offline. Whatever. How will I survive? Man, it's been a while since I've done one of these. Okay, okay, he's cracking me. That's all right. I'll be able to make it back fine. There might even be a oh no, there might be a station in here somewhere. Look at that. Look at us. Who would have thought? Wow. Collect reward. Okay. Don't mind if I do. Well, that was an easy, however much rep that was. Yeah, you know, next time I'll take the Ozark. Next time I think I might need the van. I'm gonna need to fly this around in some CZs before to get used to it again. There we go. And honestly, I just like the lazy life of the vet. It's so easy. I even bought an Explorer vet. You want some cursed words? There you go. I actually do like it. Everyone keeps saying, you can't do exploration with a large ship. The hell I can't. My auto dock does everything for me. There have been maybe a couple of planets that are like super kind of like mountainy that are a little bit trickier, but they're such a rarity. I've never really had too many issues with it. So yeah, I bought an exploration vet. Like 90% of this game for me is just, you know, it's flying around, getting good screenshots, enjoying the sights. So yeah, the vet looks really cool. So you know, if I'm gonna take some screenshots, I want a cool ship to look at, right? But yeah, you can find a lot of them on Inara. I do post my screens up there when I can. All right, let's just boost it. Let's get it out of the way. Or not. That's cool too. That's fine. I do hope that they add to the UI a Super Cruise cooldown, like they do for the FSD cooldown down there in the bottom right. It is weird that I can't see my cycle progress for the SEO. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't put one in yet. It just feels very odd not knowing how much longer I've got to wait. I mean, it's a small thing. Hopefully they can add it, or maybe like EDHM or something will add it eventually. Yeah, you know, not the best of combat I've done. I did actually the other day end up in my first ever PvP fight, so that was fun. Yeah, in my all gimbaled bi-weaves, right? In my Corvette, right? It's completely like a combat zone build. But honestly, I think I did pretty well. I was just trying to like bait people in Raijin's system because the Gengars were really bad, right? So I was just trying to bait them and add more things to my block list, right? But I did end up with one. And honestly, like, obviously I died because, again, it's all gimbaled bi-weaves in a Corvette. But considering I feel like I almost took down their Prismos in that build, like, yeah, I feel like if I really want to do PvP, like, the option is there. I don't think it's really all that much trouble. Like, a lot of the people that I see involved in that aspect of the game are more worried about their builds and spreadsheets than learning how to press their buttons better. So, you know, maybe one day, but today is not that day. But it was interesting. And you know what? Them killing me means another person was able to get to Raijin safely and do their thing, I guess. So, you know, I'll be the tank. I'll be the distraction. That's fine. I got nothing else going on. I'm a VTuber. We're up at 2 o'clock in the morning doing this, so you know, I got the free time. Let's see. Five stars of rep. We'll see how this goes. It's gonna take a little bit longer. Like Alioth, I was really surprised when I went down there. I unlocked a Manubi or whatever it is, right? I guess I had done some stuff for them before because I only had to do like a couple of missions and I was allied with them. So, you know, that was fun. But yeah, this one, I mean, we're starting fresh. I've never been in any Dukes of Jotun system, so this is all kind of a reminder of the Imperial and the Fed grind. PO grind wasn't that bad. Fed grind though, I'm glad I never have to do that again. It just wasn't fun. It just wasn't. This is too much, man. Imperial, you just put on some anime or something, watch it on the second monitor while you do your loop. Put on your VTubers here on the internet. Which, speaking of, we are getting a little bit closer to 1500, which, you know, thanks a ton for everybody that's come to check out the channel. But yeah, like and subscribe, tell your friends, share those clips, whatever. But yeah, we're almost at our yearly goal. You know, I wanted to get to 1500 by the end of the year, and we are 11 away. Unless someone has left or blocked me since this stream started, which you never know. Anything is possible here on YouTube, so sure enough. But yeah, thanks a ton for you know, supporting throughout the year. Yeah, it comes and goes. Some streams are better than other, but yeah, we try and do our best here. Just have some fun playing some video games, right? And some very scuffed guitar. Where are you? Where are you? There we go. All right, where are you, rep? Man, this is gonna take forever. This is gonna take forever. Hey, when did they get an influence bar? Huh, interesting. Well, they're about ready to go into retreat. But I can't remember. I think Allied is like all the way up there, right? So we've got a ways to go. No, wait, not you, not Sinbad. Not the ones I want. I need transportation. Can I just kind of like fly around for a little bit? Seems like it'd be easy. Well, I can get in my cutter and do some deliveries, I guess. That's not too bad. Oh wow, those are like out there though. I don't want to fly that far out. Because we can do some more combat. Purple Mob Faction Pirates. Pudgel the Brave. Now the question is, can my vet even jump that? It's pretty heavy. I think it's got a jump range of 18 light years, tops. Use the discovery scanner. Yeah, I guess we can go ahead and pick up a couple of those. That shouldn't be too bad. It'd just be so much easier if they had a ringed planet. Just hop in there into the old high res. Let security take care of it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I guess I could probably use some of those firmware patches too. I'm never gonna say no to materials. And yeah, we'll go ahead and add Cudgel the Brave onto it too. I just hope it's not one of those ones where it's like, oh, the princess is in another castle. Sorry. It's very much a possibility. Very intelligent salvage. Okay, so I can do some salvage missions. Those are kind of easy. All right, let me go switch it up. Where are you, Yosemite? All right, back to the old FC. That is the downside with the Mandalay coming out, is like I've been trying to save up my arcs to get a Nautilus class FC, and I cannot afford to get like 2 of things at once. Not with how few hours I'm working over the next month and a half, which is good for you guys. You guys don't have to worry about that. That just means more content here, but more games to play. But yeah, in terms of spending real life money, it's going to be kind of a tight month or so. So yeah, you know, it's either the Mandalay or arcs for the Nautilus class, and you know I'm gonna pick the Mandalay. I'm so ready for it. I'm very excited. I mean, you know, my old school Anaconda will always be my favorite. The old Cloud Kicker, like it's just everything, just aesthetically what I wanted in a ship. It's just I love it so much. But you know, the Mandalay will be a lot of fun. We'll get some good screenshots. Have some fun, you know, finally being able to maybe land on some planets that I've had to skip by. Because, yeah, next time I go out, like, I'm going out there, like, the other side of Sag. I don't know. I mean, and we'll be streaming it here, too. Once I get out there, it's going to be a lot of sitting around. I think Spanch said it would take, like, pretty much an entire day of jumping to do it. 70-something jumps to the rough destination that I'm looking at. But yeah, I'll be going out there. So, I mean, it's going to be a long trip. We'll be out there a while. I don't know when I'm going to start it, because I do want to play around in the bubble a little bit. I don't want to end up in a situation like last time where I was all the way out in Colonia when Tyrannus went down and ended up missing the first Titan, right? But yeah, you know, it's going to be a fun trip. And give it a good chance to kind of stretch its wings. See if maybe I can't find you know, a pocket that hasn't been explored as much. The last time I went out, well, first of all, I realized that there's that band that suppressed the suppression band through the center of the galaxy. I didn't know that was the thing the last time I went out, so I was like trying to find wolf riots and stuff. Like, why aren't any of these in here? No, whoops, that's still in the game, I guess. But yeah, last time it was an area that had still been explored quite a bit. Like, all of the really good systems had already been there. I mean, I guess I can fly around exploring a bunch of, like, G-class yellow stars. Ooh, buddy. Oh, so exciting, right? So yeah, this next area, I'm hoping it does not have as much traffic. Doesn't look like it does. It looks like it's a little bit quieter. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. It's not gonna be, like, it's not quite Beagle Point. I don't think my FC can go to Beagle Point and all the way back, because I am gonna keep it fully stocked up. I want people to be able to use it if they happen to run across it out there for the time that I am around. So, like, I can get most of the way there, but, you know, I need to make sure I can actually get back, too. Who knows? Maybe I'll even try some core mining while I'm out there. I like laser mining enough. Never really thought about core mining because it seemed really complicated, but people have been posting, like, their videos on Reddit, and the sound effects of it are really cool. Like, I kind of just want to play around with the sound effects. I want to hear that explosion for myself, right? Because you gotta say, like, for all of any problems that the game has, like, the sound design is generally not one of them. Like, it has some absolutely fantastic sound design. And yeah, that might be in the cards, you know, while I'm out there, maybe while I'm doing some tritium mining and stuff. Maybe do some core mining while I'm at it. Hopefully I won't have to mine too much trite. I hear it's kind of a pain. But again, VTuber, I got the free time. There we go. There we go. All right, let's switch it up. Let's get the big boy out. It'll have far fewer problems than this one will in terms of the long haul, right? Now with this, I've got to kill so many. It might not be a bad idea to put on the bi-weaves. I imagine I'm gonna have quite a few attacking me at the same time, so yeah, we'll see. I'll put them back on for this. Might actually help my jump range a bit too. Which speaking of other games, like I've been doing some TG Sim off stream. So yeah, that'll be another one that we can always kind of throw on late at night and just kind of do like a chill Zatsu stream, just, you know, just chatting while I open some cards or whatever. I've got quite a few more ghosts, but no more foils yet. So far, that foil that we found on the last stream is still the only one that I've had. But yeah, you know, it's been fun. I found it very relaxing in a way that I guess I haven't really felt from a lot of other games in a while. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's just been, you know, opening packs, trying to get the shop level up. Yeah, so it's kind of fun. Usually what happens is I'll see another VTubers playing it, and then I get the itch to play it. So I will literally watch them opening packs while I open packs. And yeah, you just kind of veg out for a little bit. Kind of what I assume a lot of you guys are doing right now here on the stream, which I don't mind. I don't know if I've got a good ASMR voice, but that's what people tell me. So, you know, if it helps you, it helps. the smooth tenor of the Ozarks helps lull you to sleep. Then I guess I have done my job. Shield Gen, where are you? No, I don't want the Priz. There we go. Engineered. This thing pop itself back on. There we go. Nice, nice. We're good. I don't think there was anything else that I needed. All my shield cell banks are all tied to a hotkey, so that shouldn't be an issue. I did take off the cannon. I just went ahead and did all multis. I haven't engineered that third multi like quite up. It doesn't have an experimental effect on it yet, but you know, I just kind of figured I don't know, the cannon sounds really cool and I had fun using it, but I can never really tell if it was working, especially because I usually start shooting pretty far out, right? So yeah, it was time to switch it up. But you know, I don't really sell any of that stuff, so you know, if I want to go back, I can. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, I should probably kind of switch up the engineering a little bit. Put my corrosive shell on the 3C and then put something else on the bigger gun. Oh god, it's like right in my way. I'm gonna be flying right at that star. Should we do it? Should I potentially yeet myself into this star by accident? I mean, I'm not in Super Cruise right now. It should be fine. Oh, and I tried to purposely blow up an anaconda once. That was on stream. This isn't really that much different. What is my rebuy anyways? It's only 26 million, come on. Ooh, plus the plus side is I will have all of these bounties too, and I think that will probably help the Dukes. I don't know if it's going to help them or who the main system controller is here, but hopefully it'll help them. Make that rep really easy. All right, see you, star. Wee. Yeah, the combat in this should go much smoother than it did in the Python. The Python's so twitchy. I feel like I'm playing Quake again. All right. Oh. What do we got? Anything? Anything here? All right, try and show me some stuff here. Nothing. Okay. Well, FSS scanner it is. Problem is I can't remember Now that I've got this, now that I got the new overlay on, I can't remember what all of the, there we go. There it is. Hey, look at that. Target. And so they're blue. Good to know. Maybe that's why I didn't find it last time. It's blending in with everything else. All right, where am I going? Target. There we go. All right. I mean, he can make it really easy and interdict me again. That'd be nice. Actually, do I have SEO on this one? No, I do not. That's the other thing, is I need to put some SEO on some of these bigger ships. Oh, there's really no reason not to have it, even if I lose like a light year or so in jump range. It's too handy for stuff like this. I just never got around to it. I think I even have the SEO ready. I just never got around to engineering it because I hate having to go to Deciat every single time. It's so annoying. So yeah, I just never engineered them. So they've been sitting in the fleet carrier for a while. But after buying all these Prismos, like that was another 16 or 20 slots in a very limited capacity. So yeah, I might need to put on these SEOs and sell the old drives. Just go ahead and bite the bullet, get it out of the way, get it done. Values Party of Hunpalan. That's a name. It is fun reading about like some of these weird little tribes out and about, and some of the little factions. Hey, Cudgel, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? Doing all right? You're doing okay? I'm doing great. I'm having a wonderful time. How you doing there? See? Not a problem. Yeah, this one's just so much easier because I can shoot from so far away. Instead of having to get right up in their face, I can fire this thing from... I usually start firing from about 3 kilometers out. Come on. Oh, active again. There we go. All right, he's just melting. Goodbye. Anything good? Some phase alloys, galvanizing. Yeah. Got most of that stuff. All right, where was I again? Oh, that's right. I gotta get back into Super Cruise. All right. Like, really, with these Pirate Massacre missions, the hardest thing for me is just the ammo. Just making sure I've got enough. I don't think we have a, I don't think we've got, like, a decent, Oh, we do have a station here. Oh. Okay, then. But yeah, like, it's been fun reading about some of the little minor factions here and there. The Council of Ors. And the Four Horsemen, like, that was really interesting. That's in one of the permit systems that you unlock with the Federation grind. Yeah, you know, it's kind of nice having an excuse. Like, all this Thargoid stuff and the Thargoid, like, the Protean wave and all of that. It's given me an excuse to go check out these really famous areas, like, story-wise, that I didn't even honestly know existed. Like, here I was hauling the FC out to the Zerara all the time, right? To get good screenshots, and then it turns out that I can just go down to Hip and, like, go check out the Bright Sentinel there. I mean, it's a little more dangerous. Argoids might show up, but the high-quality screenshot button still works there somehow, so, you know, save myself a lot of trouble next time. Collect reward. Yay. All right, how many are we gonna have here? Actually, do I have my kill warrant scanner on? I don't think I do. I think I took that off. Actually, did I take it off? So I get extra money for that. I'm not gonna say no to extra money. I got fast scan on this thing. I'm digging this soundtrack. Good old, this is White Bat Audio. They tend to be the channel that I listen to Anytime we do Elite Dangerous, because they do like all synthwave and that kind of stuff, a lot of sci-fi themed things and retro future stuff. So yeah, it's White Bat Audio. Give them a look. If you are a streamer, as long as you give them the copyright, then he allows you to use it license free. So yeah, it's very, very grateful to Karl for doing that and putting it all up on his channel. So that is the soundtrack for this evening. But yeah, you know, I think with all the power play stuff, like I feel like we've had quite a few people that seem like they're really interested in coming back, and yeah, I'm just really curious what it's going to look like next week when it all actually comes out and it's ready to go. See if maybe we get people back into the game again, you know? Like how they still like keep scanning me throughout all of this, right? There we go. I'll reverse it. There we go. Easy money. Yeah, I don't know if this is like a bug or something, but like they never really attack you until you attack them first. And it's always, I never really understood if that was like on purpose or not. It feels like it just makes things way easier than it should be. Not that I'm complaining, because I don't mind picking these guys off one by one. You do have to do it a few times. Like, I'll have to hit up a few of these sites because they will escape after a certain amount of time. Yeah, it feels like it kind of cheeses it a little bit, doesn't it? Okay, so he's running. That's fine. We'll catch up. Like, come on, when are you gonna turn and fight me? And this is a really good way to get some of those like grade 3 and 2 and 3 materials too. So like if you're getting a little low on those, I have a home system that I go to for like all the grade 5 stuff that's really good. But you know, having to make the trades and find a station and all of that can get kind of annoying. So if you're like me and just want to be really lazy, this is also a really, really good way to do it. Hey, wait. Let me scan you. I want to know how much extra money you're worth. Chris Rudd. Of course it's another Chris. Just melting. Just absolutely decimated. Yeah, these are definitely easier than the mobs that are like in CZs. Even though they're the same rank, just like no comparison. These guys just melt. Now finding the others, where did they run off to? I think I see one sitting around up there, right? How are you guys doing? Yeah, you're like way out there. Come here. Please. Let me scan you. Give me your extra money. Oh no, they've deployed hard points. Oh no, this guy has chaff. I do hate chaff. It is really annoying. I'm just both too lazy and probably not good enough to manually aim. So I never really deal with it. Come on. Die already. Yeah, if this was a CG chieftain, like this thing would take a good couple of minutes to go down. Even with all this gear. He'd be like flying around, zipping around me, running off into space. Come on. Yeah, this thing is like fairly nimble, which is nice. Yeah, trying to figure out. Yeah, let's do full FA off. Yeah, let's see how well I handle that, huh? There we go. At least they're giving me some good ships. Pythons are worth a lot. Give me like another Corvette. Need another Corvette. They're worth some good money. Yeah, I might have to hit up the station and get some more ammo after this. I can ram him. Oh no! Ah well, an attempt was made. There we go. Hey, look at that. He's coming right at me. Makes it easy. Now with the Prismos, I do have to be a little weirder with my pips. Like the way this thing is set up right now, I basically never have to do anything with pips. You've probably noticed that I'm not constantly like switching on and off, right? There's really no reason to. I haven't needed it. Like the way I've got this thing rigged, it can sit here for a while firing and I never really have to worry too much. The speed and agility is where I like it. So like I don't really ever feel like I need to go that much faster. As much as a Corvette can even go faster. Like most of what it's good at is just kind of sitting here, popping things from a mile away anyways. You know. Alright, I gotta get that last one before he leaves. Hope I didn't mean to press that, but that's cool. Go ahead and pop it. Pop a second. Could use a little top up on my shields. That's fine. Where are you? There we go. What are you doing? Be scanned. There we go. Much better. Look at that. Look at us. I don't know if he's really worth anything. Ah. Come on. Little closer. Little closer. There we go. That's more like it. Yeah, this is a far cry from the 30 that we're gonna need. This is what, like 8? I'm gonna need like a few of these things. Where we at? 7. Okay, even less than I thought. That's fine. Hopefully though, this means like once I get them done, that should be a fair amount of rep. I'm hoping that'll be enough. All right, on to the next. We'll be fine. I don't think I'm gonna need a resupply quite yet. Why are they so far apart? Why do they got to do this to me? All right. But yeah, like I was saying, like I am excited to see who all is coming back. I have noticed, I think, the past couple weeks, quite a few more like listings for squadrons and stuff on Reddit, and promotional posts and that kind of thing, which is really nice to see. Because like obviously I've only been playing this for a year, so I didn't play like at the peak of its time, right? Like before the dangerous games kind of made everyone mad, right? They left in mass. So I've never really seen it like being super busy. But I feel like the game just has so much to offer. I feel like a lot of people do overcomplicate like how hard it is to get into as well. Because I think a lot of new player advice just it's way way too much info for a lot of new players. But I think if new players gave this a shot and were able to kind of learn it at their own pace, I feel like they would have a really good time, because there really is just a whole lot of things that you can do in the game, and really make your own fun. But yeah, I always see like advice on what starter ships to get, and you know, you need to do this and this and this and this. And here's this spreadsheet, because again, spreadsheet nerds come for you every time, right? When really it's like the biggest piece of advice I can give is learn the controls. Like really, that's it. Like go play No Man's Sky for a little bit, because it's honestly a very similar control system, and then add a few bells and whistles to it when you hop over here. Once you can figure out the whole mouse dragging movement thing, it gets to be a lot easier. I feel like that's one reason I was able to pick it up so quickly. Is like just taking what I learned from flying in No Man's Sky and then expanding upon it for things like, you know, vertical thrust and all of that is really not too bad. But yeah, that'd probably be like my big new player advice, is just spend some time flying around. I would say like one of the big things is everything becomes possible with money. That's another thing, which is why I'm always a big fan of exploration first, because there's almost no barrier for entry, and yeah, you're able to make a lot of money very quickly in what is essentially a nothing ship, right? And then once you have money, everything else gets a lot easier. You can do almost any kind of content you want, because hey, look, you can afford things now. You can afford new gear. You can afford new ships. So yeah, you know, I would say the exploration and figuring out how you want to make money is a good way. But everything else about the game really is very good about its progression, right? Like it's all about making goals. Like, do you want to explore? Do you want to combat? You know, what do you want to do in the game, right? And then from there, like, it leads you on a very natural system of like, okay, you want to do combat. So here's how you do combat, right? Oh, you need to unlock, you know, this gear. So here's how you can unlock this gear. And then, oh, well, now you need to engineer that gear. So here's what you need to do for your engineering unlocks. Like, it's all very systematic. Very easy to like get distracted and go from one thing to another very, very quickly. But it all feels very natural. I think that's one of the biggest strengths of the game is how easily you can figure out how all of the new things work. It's a lot of info, but it all kind of ties together very, very quickly. This guy, this nerd. Now he got my shield mostly down, so I gotta actually fight. Yeah, basically one thing leads to another very quickly in this, and if you can embrace that, then yeah, it's very easy to kind of set goals for yourself and what you want to do, and figure out where you want to go from there, because it will naturally lead to other things to do, right? We're gonna go ahead and pop this. Okay, and double it up. There we go. I think it's just because I accidentally popped that guy. He flew in front of my screen. Real smart there, little chieftain. How'd that work out for you? All right. Yeah, we're gonna need a few of these mission target signals. Yeah, I might go resupply after this one. So, you know, get some more shield cell banks. Get all of that taken care of. Seems like they're tied together in wings of some kind. Makes sense. Like if I attack one, they've got a little buddy. Like, that's cool. I don't mind. We can take care of it. Is he in another fertile lance? Yeah. These are just really annoying. This is really the only time I see an FDL. Like, it is good that some of the pirates are using them, but like they're not really all that common in like combat zones, which is kind of weird. You'd think being such a big combat ship, you'd see them a little more often. But I guess it's like lore-wise, they just want them to be like pirate ships, right? I guess maybe that's the thought process on it. There we go. Well, he's dead now. He's no ship now. What else we got here? We got the others flying around at. We're over here somewhere. There we go. Another FDL. Oh my god. One after the other. Yeah, probably a good idea that I switched back to the bi-weaves. I don't think my Prismos would have been able to handle how long I've been out here, right? Combat itself hasn't been hard, but it has been very annoying. Like, one dude with chaff can add like a couple of minutes to each combat, and yeah, that adds up when you got Prismos. But I do like them for CZs quite a bit. CZs are takes me 7 minutes to go through a CZ. Hello. No real problem there. There we go. Ow. Well, the good thing is they go down fast. Whoops. Rip that guy. Alright, one more. Man, 1 million bounty on him. Okay. Alright, I see you. Good thing I've been scanning. What's this guy got? And they're all deadly, so hopefully this will get me. I'm almost there. I'm like, I think 70% of the way through dangerous. Come on, there we go. Yeah, I'd like to get up there. That's like the last elite that I need. Exobio, I'm like 1 away from that. I'll get that on my next round out. That's easy stuff. A combat elite, this is the grind. This is the true game, the true end game. You want those Inara badges. Here we go. Oh, this chaff. Oh my god. So annoying. It's so annoying. I need to get this for myself. I've never really used it. Never really needed it so far, but if it's as annoying to the NPCs as the NPCs are to me, might be worth the investment. Come on. There we go. What is going on here? Why is he taking so long? I guess I can untarget and just do it manually. That's fine. Fine, I guess I'll learn some way or another. There we go. And they make it easy when they just follow. They just like go straight at me. He might actually get close to getting my shield down. Oh no. What then? What do we do then? Alright, Wernpa. Hey, come on, man. It's over. It's over. You can put that shield up as much as you want. It's a done deal now. Just go ahead and die already. I've got like 20 more of you guys I gotta go through. I don't got time for this. There we go. Alright, where is that station? What we got? The Lucas Station. Nice. Hard points. There we go. I'll go ahead and get these turned in. Resupply. Get my shield back up. Oh! Oh, oh. What I get for all tabbing. There we go. I was just checking on you guys. Swimming. There we go. All right. You guys got any plans for the weekend? This is like the last, probably the last stream before the weekend, by the way. I've got I actually do have some shifts this weekend, so yeah, I'll be out doing the real job stuff. But yeah, we'll be back next week. And again, it's like another couple weeks of not a whole lot going on. So we're gonna be fitting in quite a few games while we can. But as you guys know, I don't really do like schedules or anything like that. So just keep an eye on the socials and hop over there where you can. Most of my posting is on Blue Sky now, so yeah, you'll be able to see when I'm going live. Sometimes there'll be some gorillas and that kind of thing, but aside from that, it's pretty standard. Yeah, so we'll be okay. So I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then next Friday and Saturday. So yeah, we'll have a few days together, and then it's another like 2 weeks off. My mind is at ease. I've been getting sleep, which is really nice. I just I don't have money, so there's that. That's all right. At this point in my life, I would rather take the sleep almost. That way I can kind of work at our schedule. Do this thing on our own whims, right? Let's see, I doubt DeLucas has the Dukes of Jotun here. I tried looking, they're only in like 4 or 5 systems. A lot of these like small permit factions are very, very small space. They don't really have a huge presence. It can be kind of tricky. Like when I was trying to do Azimuth, like they didn't really have a whole lot. I went all the way out to High and Rock, or whatever it's called out there. Like there were a couple systems closer that would have been a little bit easier, like V886 would have been easy. That's where we did that's where the rescue ship for Shinrarta was during that CG. But I was like, you know what? I've never been out here, and it seems kind of cool. It's really cool. Like it's not listed as being in a nebula. Like there's no nebula thing on the galaxy map around it. But when you get in, like, yeah, it's like all space dust in there. It's a really cool skybox that I was not expecting. Yeah, it was worth the trip. Learned how to do the data link scan missions on mega ships. It's a little weird. Like it was threat level 0, but it still had a bunch of stuff attacking me. So that was a thing. I mean, it was in my cutter. It's not like I was in any real danger, but trying to fly in and bump my nose against a bunch of things, trying to find that stupid log umplig thing. But it was worth doing. It was a new thing to learn, a new type of content that I've never done. I imagine it'll probably be pretty helpful going into Power Play 2.0, since we'll have a lot more fleet carrier and megaship related stuff once that hits. I am real curious how those megaship fleets are going to work. How often we see them and that kind of thing. And it'll also give me an excuse to actually disembark within stations, because I don't really do that right now. I didn't realize that there's a bunch of like quests and stuff that you get inside the stations. Like I guess there's a lot of Odyssey related things that you can only get when you actually go inside and talk to people. Maybe that's like where the power settlement restore missions are, like that kind of thing. I should probably keep an eye on that. Maybe that's what I should do next time I go back to see what the Dukes are up to once we're done killing all these pirates. How many more do I have? It's still a lot, isn't it? Because we got the 30, and then we've got another 9 on top of that for the second mission. I really feel like the Disco Brick might have been able to handle most of it. But we are in an anarchy system, I guess. No security forces coming to help me out, so I gotta keep that in mind too. And this is gonna take forever. Bring some more water. All right. Actually, come to think of it, we might go ahead and call it here, and I'll do the rest of the stuff off stream at some point. I got what, 6 days or something, because I do have a shift this afternoon, so I gotta figure out how to get to sleep so I can actually make it into work without too much pain. But yeah, you know, we'll be around. We'll be doing this quite a bit over the next week. So yeah, thanks a ton. I mean, it really is like really early in the morning here. So I felt like streaming. I felt like, you know, we didn't have a whole lot going on. I was going to be playing this anyway. So yeah, why not a Gorilla Elite Dangerous stream? But yeah, you know, thanks a ton everybody for coming and hanging out with me and having a good time and just, you know, talking Elite with me. Because I did, you know, it is always nice to actually have some other players in chat. Sometimes, you know, you feel like maybe they're fans of another game and they're just wanting to the calm, soothing tenor of my voice. But yeah, it'll be nice to see some of you guys in game starting next Tuesday. But yeah, again, it is next Tuesday is the official launch day of PowerPoint 2.0, barring anything else weird that ends up happening with bugs or something. So yeah, we'll be doing this throughout next week. So look forward to it. That being said, I hope everyone has a good start to your weekend. Get some rest. Take care. Bye-bye.